Okay. Wow, good evening, everyone. We are finally here. Oh my gosh, finally, we are here. Okay, hold on. Everyone, share po uli natin yung live video natin para marami tayong matulungan tonight. Hello sa ating mga viewers tonight. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays again. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so hold on. I am just sharing our live stream in our official Facebook page. Hold on. Okay. Very good. Good evening, everyone. Okay, share uli natin live video, ha. Hold on, share ko naman uli sa Facebook page. Yan, good evening. Naririnig niyo naman ako? Okay naman yung audio natin? Can you let me know? Oh, hi, Pat. Oh my gosh, Pat. Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay. Pat, can you let me know? Is my audio okay? Can you let me know? Good evening, everyone. Oh, okay. Yay. Oh gosh, Rain. Thank you. Thank you. Special shout out syempre to Rain. Thank you so much. Yan, super suki natin yan. Thank you. Welcome. Finally, we're here in our YouTube channel. Dito tayo magla-live. Here is our very first official Tarot Tuesdays live here in our YouTube channel. So everybody, it's going to be a very fruitful session for tonight. So help us spread the awareness. So share natin yung live video natin. So what I did, I shared this in our Facebook page. Everybody who will be clicking on the link will be directed here in our YouTube channel. And dito na tayo moving forward. This is already the test run. Supposedly last week ko siya gagawin, but only privileged to have it worked out everything tonight. So we are here finally doing our first Tarot Tuesdays here in our YouTube channel. Okay, sandali lang. Ayan na. Oh my gosh. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. And later on, so we will be having, syempre now that we're already here, having our YouTube channel as our source of our live sessions, mag-iiba lang ng konti yung ating rules of which videos we're going to be sharing. So, since every Tower Tuesdays, ito na natin siya gagawin. What we're gonna do, for us to qualify for the session for tonight, for those who are wanting to participate, we will be just tweaking yung mga ating requirements, and it's just gonna be one requirement for us. Okay? So please share the video first. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh. I want to say hi, special shout out to Pat and Sam. Hello. Thank you for watching. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Two awesome souls that I know. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let me have special shout out muna sa mga suki natin. Now that we're finally here, I am seeing everybody, and I'm really happy for the continuous love and support. Maraming salamat. So, who do we have here? Let me see. Okay. Hi, Yam. Okay, hi. Gia, hello. Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, Karen, Manuel, thank you. We're here. Finally, nasa YouTube na tayo nagla-live. Laril, of course. Oh my gosh, Suki yan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Finally, dito na tayo. Diba? Okay, moving forward, we're gonna have all of our sessions here. Jen Salazar, okay, mga team Bessie natin yan. Maraming saya. Oh, isa pang team Bessie. Ayan na, Marinel. Hello. Yan, mga team Bessie natin, okay? Hilahin na natin ang mga team Bessie natin para marami tayong matulungan for tonight. Okay. So, let me just check if... Okay. Okay. Send na. Okay. So, now that we are finally here and all of my social medias na and linking, like in my Facebook na share na natin yung videos, even in my personal na Facebook. Now, we are just going to start with a prayer because remember, here in Tower Tuesdays, we would always want to... teka lang. May nagsisend na yung mga message. Kalma muna tayo. Pray muna tayo para mag-start na tayo. So you know how it is in Tower Tuesdays. For us to continuously receive guidance from up above, we should always start our sessions with a prayer. Now, everybody knows that I am Hindu. I am a practicing Hindu, and I will be saying my prayers in Hindu. Now, to all of our viewers tonight, no matter which religion or belief system you are following, I would also highly request for us to pray and feel God's presence, and let's all pray for guidance, wisdom, and for protection for tonight. Okay? Okay, so let's go. Om 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 Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Wow! Good evening, everybody. Namaskaram. My name is Marky Mendoza, and welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Everybody, we have been in this journey. We started in doing our live sessions every Tuesday in our Facebook page. And remember, di ba habang nung nagsisimula tayo, ang lagi ko sinasabi is that we are starting here, but the goal is to finally have our live sessions here in our YouTube channel. And finally, that day has come. And I'm very, very honored to share this experience with everybody, especially sa lahat po ng kasama natin ngayon. Mga viewers natin, yung mga, definitely, ang mga suki natin and mga laging nagpa-participate here in our Tarot Tuesdays. So here in Tarot Tuesdays, every Tuesday night, we are here to provide free tarot readings for everybody. So kung meron tayong mga katanungan, anything, unahin ko na to. Lahat na may katanungan sa health. Yeah. Health na maunahin natin yan. Sa health natin, anything about your career and anything about syempre yung heart naman natin. Anything that concerns our heart or any questions that you may have, anything that you need clarity on, willing na willing tayong sagutin at tulungan kayong lahat for tonight. We have 2 full hours para tayo ay magbigay ng guidance and wisdom sa lahat po ng mga gusto mag-participate. Ngayon, sa lahat po ng mga suki natin, and you know how it is, dahil libre lang po ang magtanong here in Tarot Tuesdays, meron lang po tayong, before when we are doing the live stream in our YouTube channel, the requirement is for everybody to share a screenshot that you've subscribed in our YouTube channel and that you also share the live video. So ngayon po, isa na lang po yung instructions natin so that for you to participate, ang kailangan niyo lang po is to take a screenshot of you sharing this live video in your social media. So if you're in Facebook or if you're using Facebook and then dun nyo siya na share and then just take a screenshot of that and then saan po natin isi-send yung entries natin, yung entries natin or at least the proof that we are able to share the live video, it will still be directed dun sa ating Facebook page. So in our inbox in the official Facebook page of Reiki with Marky, that's at Everyday Reiki with Marky for our Facebook page, send it in our inbox and then that already qualifies you to participate in tonight's session. And then this is a reminder that this is a first come first serve basis po tayo. So that means kung sino po yung mga, kasi nga kakasabi ko lang ng ating mga requirements for tonight for you to participate. From this point moving forward, so I'll be, okay, from 9:10 onwards, this is gonna be the start of our time. So 9:10, I will be checking the inbox and the messages sent from 9:10 onwards. From the very first one, starting from this point, yun po ang ating uunahin. And then, as much as possible, we would want to answer all of those questions for everybody. Pero para po pantay-panday po yung mga opportunity natin for us, para marami din tayo matulungan today, we will answer one question at a time. And I'm sure some of you may have multiple questions. What I'm gonna do po muna is uubusin po muna natin yung queue o yung pila natin for the questions. And kapag naubos na po natin, hopefully, I'm trusting na magagawa natin yan. Mahaba kasi yung mga pila natin, but I'm very, very honored to see all of those participants. Pag naubos na po natin siya, and then that's the time that we will go for some follow-throughs para naman masagot din natin ang mga inyong katanungan. And usually, I will always go for the first questions, okay, the life aspects na uunahin po natin in our questions. Yun din po ang ating uunahin. So, meron tayong guidelines. Mag-proceed na tayo sa ating guidelines for us to know ano ba mga pwede nating itanong. And by the way, when I am reading using the tarot, saan ko nagiging, ano ang basis ko rather? What am I really reading? So here are the guidelines po for us to understand how we're going to come up with these answers as I see them using the tarot. So anything and everything that's current, sa lahat mo na magpa-participate, ito po yung current thoughts, decisions, and actions natin. Anything currently we are processing in our mind, and from what we are processing, the decisions that we have to make, yun po yung mga pinaprocess natin. And from those decisions, kung alin po yung gagawin natin or the ones that we will take action from, yun po ang magiging subject to the universal law of cause and effect. Or here, we've done a video for that. The video is entitled The Law of Resonance or the Law of Attraction, or also, it is the Law of Karma. Yan. So, it will be subjected to that. Now, ang magiging paalala lang po natin sa lahat, whatever we see, whatever questions we have, tas bubunot po tayo ng cards, whatever we see there as a possibility, if it's favorable for you, pwede pa natin pagandahin ito. Paano? We will improve your thoughts, decisions, and actions. However, if we find something dun sa mga tanungan natin na it will be less favorable, pwede pa rin natin ito ma-improve by shifting your thoughts, decisions, and actions. So as you can see, here in Reiki with Marky, ang guidance po natin is what you can do to improve your energy so that no matter kung ano po yung mga katanungan natin, whether the answer will be favorable o hindi, it's a very solid reminder that you still have the power to really improve the situation. Now, by the way, ang pinaka-accurate na mga questions na masasagot here in Reiki with Marky will be anything and everything about the person directly asking. So sa lahat magpa-participate, anything about your love, your career, or your health, when you ask those questions about you, yun ang pinaka-accurate na masasagot natin through the tarot cards. Why? Because you are always in charge of your thoughts, decisions, and actions. However, pag may mga questions tayo na ang sagot, I will have to be looking towards another form of energy, towards another person. And if they do not have the knowledge for that, or they don't have the awareness na gagawin ko sa kanila, nahahanapin ko sa energy nila ang mga kasagutan and wala silang awareness, it will be a case of overstepping, or simply it will be a case of invasion of privacy. And you know how it is, sa ating mga batas nga, when it comes to invasion of privacy, meron itong mga kaakibat na mga kaparusahan. In this case, energetically, meron po itong karma. Now, the karma, hindi po yan mapupunta doon sa nagtanong, kundi ang karma po ay doon sa gumawa. Grabe naman. Joke lang. Okay, so kapag po ganyan ang mga katanungan natin, hahanapin po natin sa ibang tao, kailangan meron po muna tayong prosesong gagawin. Hindi po tayo dire-diretso gagawin natin yon. Ang gagawin po natin para wala po siyang karma, we will split the energies accordingly kung sino po yung mga people involved in the question. It can be 2 or more people. Basta po, hahati-hatiin po natin yung energies and will include your own energy para wala na po itong karma. And why do we need to do that? Kasi ang kailangan po natin para walang karma is to also include the person in the equation. That's really the only way na para hindi tayo makakakuha ng karma for that. Now, meron lang po tayong reminder for that, just in case. Kapag po may mga kasama ng ibang energy, two or more people in the equation, pag nagtatanong po tayo, meron po tong chance na mabawasan yung accuracy rate. Why? Dahil, remember, kung sino po ang kasama sa equation, we will be considering their current energies, current thoughts, decisions, and actions. Kung ikaw na may awareness o may mindfulness doon sa question na tinanong, may awareness ka, at least ikaw, you can control your own thoughts, decisions, and actions, pero hindi natin kontrolado ang iba. That's why, may mga explanation lang din po. This is actually one good way for you to understand na bakit kapag minsan when we ask through any form of divination, when we say divination, it's asking or seeking answers to the divine. Any form of, kasi intuitive tarot reading is just one form for us to do that, or that's one modality to do that, pero marami pa pong paraan on how to do that. But no matter how it is, basta ang if you've tried or experienced those other modalities, ang nagiging common po bakit okay naman yung energies before, bakit parang naiba siya? O kaya iba yung initial nakita, ngayon parang naiba na. Baka ang tendency is hindi na kayo masyadong magtiwala dun sa you have to just remember na kung sino po ang kung ano po ang pinaka binabasa when we are reading these possibilities is the energy, and it's going to be always the current energy. Yan. So, yan po yung magiging guidelines natin. And by the way, para sa lahat po na magpa-participate in tonight's session, might say do not hold back kung ano man po ang mga gusto niyo talagang katanungan, o kaya kung ano po ang mga bumabagabag sa inyong mga kalooban at kailangan niyo pong itanong sa akin, ako lamang po ang nakakakita ng mga questions natin. So, might say do not hold back kung ano man po mga gusto nating katanungan, ask me. Ako pong bahala mag-rephrase just in case, or reposition the question just in case the question may entail some overstepping. Ako na pong bahala mag-tweak, and sasabihin ko naman po if the question, pwede po nating i-tweak yung question para walang karma or hindi. So, yun. And also, we will have 2 full hours for us to do this. Again, first come, first serve po yung basis natin when we're going to ask for, check on the questions, yung mga entertain po nating questions. But also, this is also a solid reminder for everybody na lahat po sa lahat ng mga magpa-participate po natin tonight, yung mga answers po na maibibigay natin ngayon, aside from it is coming from your own energy, it is based from your current energy. Ang paalala lang po sa atin is kung ano man po ang mga guidance mabibigay sa atin, you will always have the upper hand para mas pagandahin pa ito. Pagandahin pa yung energy, pagandahin pa yung outcome, so long as marami po tayong tiwala sa Diyos and God's plans for us and in our life. Okay? So, that is it for our guidelines for tonight. Nako, excited na ako. I am seeing everybody's comments right now. Welcome, everybody. Again, my name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Finally, welcome to Tarot Tuesdays here in Reiki with Marky, and let's get it on. Tignan na natin yung ating So, again, sa mga gusto po mag-participate, libre lang po mag-participate here in Tarot Tuesdays. Wala pong bayad, any questions sa kailangan natin ng kasagutan, anything about your love, career, health. Importante yung health, okay? Send them over. Ang requirement lang po, dahil libre po ang ating pagtatanong here in Reiki with Marky, mag-share lang po tayo, i-share lang po natin this live video in your social media, preferably syempre sa Facebook natin. Take a screenshot of that, and then also send it in our inbox in our official Facebook page. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky. And then, ako nang bahala dyan, sagutin na natin. So, magsimula na tayo, everybody. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, sige. Again, kanina ang magiging official timestamp natin will be, we started and I declared na open na, yung pwede na tayo mag-send ng ating mga questions, 9:10. So, I will be starting from that point. Hold on. So, 9:19. Okay. 19, and then, okay. Okay, so, aba. Okay, ang ating first participant ay siyempre, hindi na ako nagduda. Isang suki ang ating unang-unang magpa-participate in our tarot show. Oh my gosh, siyempre sanay naman na tayo for ngayon pa lang alam na natin na life begins after coffee. So, ayan. Sarap, okay. By the way, mag-special shoutout lang ako kay Rain because si Rain, nag-share siya ng blessing sa akin one time. Lalong sumasarap yung kape ko, Rain, because yun sa mga padala mo. Thank you so much. Hindi ko siya nakakalimutan. Ay, na-exit ko sandali. Ayun, ayun, ayun. Okay. Okay. Okay, so here is our... Oh, by the way, ang isa pa nga pala mga pahabol sa ating mga reminders, I have my favorite tarot deck with me right now and I am always using Golden Tarot. Ito po ang official tarot that we're going to be using pag magtatanong po tayo. And in a tarot deck, there are two types of cards that pwede po nating mabunot kapag meron po tayong tanong. There are two types of cards. One is a major card and another is a minor card. If ang mga katanungan natin, ang makukuha natin ay isang major card, and then that is going to be a clear answer. Either it's a solid blessing or can be a warning. Now, kung ang mabubunot naman natin ay minor card, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi siya maganda. It is only a reminder for us on the things that we should focus on, work on to improve our energy. And syempre, para naman meron tayong idea kung paano natin laging matutulungan yung sarili natin. Okay? So, by the way, sa lahat po ng magpa-participate, huwag po kayong mag-alala. The goal of Reiki with Marky is to always to fully assist, support, and to guide lahat po ng mga participants natin without bias, without judgment. Kung ano man po ang mga katanungan ninyo, hindi po namin binabanggit here in our session kung sino po ang mga nagpapadala ng mga tanong. Your identity is always safe with us and we will always honor your identity and respect it. So, kung ano man po ang buhabagabag, send nyo lang po sa amin, rest assured and in full confidence na ito po ay sa atin lang. Okay? So, ito na yung tanong natin dun sa ating first participant. Hi, Master. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Gusto ko lang po i-consult kung ano po ang magiging expectation score regarding sa love life ko this year. Wow. Para sa ating first participant, love. Ay, shush. Yeah, shush. Okay, so ito, I will shuffle the cards para sa iyo. And I'm sure habang sina-shuffle ko na to, kinikilig ka na. Okay, tingnan na natin. So again, eto na ha. Every single time that magtatanong tayo and then pansinin niyo if the question is going to answer either ang hinihintay nating sagot is either something favorable or another answer to prepare us for another possibility, opposites. Kung ano man po ang lalabas dito, it also gives you, kumbaga, a way to understand what else you can do to improve your energy, to assess your goals, reassess where you are. Those are the things po na lagi nating isa-strengthen every time that we're going to be sharing the guidance sa lahat po ng magtatanong. And this may be something that concerns love, but I'm telling you, sa lahat po ng mga aspeto ng buhay natin, especially yung mga importante, mga priority natin, ang pinakamahalaga lang po naman dyan is that meron tayong clear direction kung paano natin ito gagawin. And yan po ang ating ibibigay sa atin. So, I've shuffled the cards randomly. I will pick cards from here. Okay, current this year's opportunity for love para sa ating first participant. And here we go. Wow! Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow, what a way to jumpstart our session and finally us doing it here live in Tarot Tuesdays dito sa ating YouTube channel para sa first participant natin. Aba, major card ka agad. And when you know how they say, if it's a major card for a question, that kakasabi ko lang, that is going to give you an idea of what we're really going to experience this year. And you know what? This is your card, the moon. This is a major card. This is the moon as our first participant's question about love. And I'll tell you, I'll tell you kung anong energy ng energy ng the moon. Every card has a representation. It has its own energetic quality. And the energetic quality of the moon, alam mo siya? Ay, naku po. It is the card that represents the unknown. So in short, there's like mystery. But what kind of mystery are we facing here? What kind of mystery are we going to expect? It's going to give you a sweet surprise. And of course, here is, halimbawa, I'll give you an idea. So, the major cards that we have always have a representation of a major milestone in our life. Okay. Now, you may have guessed it, the most fit, or at least the perfectly uh, card to answer that question, if you are asking about love, the solid answer that you can honestly say and may possibly pertain to, let's put it this way, the one, is when we get the lover's card. O kumbaga yun, sure shot yun, klarong-klaro yun. But by the way, the lover's card is not only a representation or only an energetic quality that's only fit or appropriate for heart or love questions. It's a very versatile major card, I'm telling you. However, um, it doesn't mean naman na when we ask a love question, but we get a major card, it's not saying that it's not going to agree or it's not going to happen. However, depending on the energetic quality of the major card, doon nagiging depende yung mga expectations natin. So this time, the moon is present here. That means, you know how it is. Ang energy ng moon, there is mystery, but it's a very positive kind of surprise that you will expect. So in short, there is already an answer, a positive answer waiting for you. Yan naman, grabe naman. I know may prospect ka. Medyo kakabasok lang. May prospect ka. And you're really also wanting to know this, to seek validation if this can also be that right potential that you are waiting for. You know what? I'll give you more time, because no matter how very good this card is, and I'm telling you, it's a very good card. At the end of the day, remember, whatever energies that we receive here is a form of guidance. Guidance for us to help ourselves discern even more about all of the decisions that we need to make. Remember, thoughts, decisions, actions natin. Sorry, sumegway na, hindi na nagpaalam. Okay. So, remember, every single time na meron din naman, and this is really true, every single time naman, and that's what I love about tarot cards, when you consult in tarot cards, it also gives you a form of validation. Every single, ay sus, ngumingiti ka ngayon, medyo nararamdaman kita. Papangiti ka ba ngayon? Pag, pag nagbabasa kasi ako, sobrang nako-connect ako dun sa ano, sa mga clients, and to a certain extent, even the emotions. Talk about being an empath. Medyo na-absorb ko siyang ganyan. The emotions even. So ayan, naku po. Sa first participant natin, I want you to expect improvement, and it will start last week of September. So medyo malapit na siya. Last week of September, you're already going to start the effect, or start to feel rather the effect of this, or this reading for you. And when you do, and when you finally understand na ito na yun. Oh, ito na yung sinabi ni Marky. Message me, update mo ako, let me know. But I'm telling you, ngayon pa lang, well, congratulations. That is absolutely one sweet surprise for you. 3 weeks from now. Oh, sige. Ano pa ba ang sasabihin ko kundi congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Thanks for joining Tower Tuesdays. Good evening, everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Finally, we're here live, streaming live here in our YouTube channel. If you have questions, anything about love, career, health, kailangan natin health. Send them over. Libre lang po magtanong. Every Tuesday night, we are here to provide free guidance and wisdom for everybody. Ngayon po, libre lang para mag-participate. Pero kung gusto po ninyo magtanong and mag-participate para mabigyan naman tayo ng clarity sa ating mga katanungan, share this live video in Facebook and take a screenshot of that, and then pakisend po in our inbox in our official Facebook page. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky. Send it in our inbox. First come, first serve po tayo. Congratulations pa rin. Medyo may hangover pa ako sa ating first participant. Ngayon, para marami tayong matulungan, let's go na sa ating second participant. Okay, here we go. And I'm so happy kasi alam mo, ang daming yung mga maaga na talagang pumapasok para makapag-participate. I'm so happy na laging nandyan yung mga suki natin. Maraming salamat. And speaking of suki, our second participant is another suki. Talaga naman nakakakilig. Maraming salamat. And you know what? Kaya talaga ako kinikilig sa mga ano, when I see yung mga consistent na laging suki, yung mga ating natutulungan here in Tarot Tuesdays, because it also, alam mo yon, it's like, the consistency na binibigay niyong support also allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. Kasi yung tiwala na yan, yung consistency sa tiwala ninyo, yan yung talagang pinahahalagahan ko na maigi. Kaya pag nakikita ko, dito na naman, oh my gosh, maraming salamat. Dahil kapag ako'y nabibigyan ng pagtitiwala, mas pinapahalagahan ko yun. So maraming salamat. Ito na naman, second participant, suki na naman natin. So ito na naman, good evening sir. Marami pong salamat sa mga free tarot readings ninyo. Oh, syempre naman, welcome. Pwede po magpa-read sa love and relationship ko ngayon. Aba, tayo ha? Second participant na, love ulit tayo ha? So, ang tingnan ko nga yung mga participants natin. Good evening, mag-shoutout muna tayo. Hi, Sarah Holiday. Hello. Oh, good evening. Michelle Paro, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Okay. Oh my gosh, all the way from Bangkok, my fellow Reiki master, Leslie, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Nandito na tayo, Beshi. Okay. So, grabe kayo ha. Yung mga questions nyo, nakakadalawa na tayo. Love na naman ha. Pero sige, dahil mga suki naman yan, o sige na, syempre, nung nagtanong kayo ng health, grabe important yung health. Syempre, para ma-fulfill natin yung mga future travels, yung mga dates in the future, we have to be very healthy to gear towards that. So, magtanong din kayo ng health mamaya, ha? Okay. So, para sa ating, scan ko lang yung energy ng ating Okay, sige. Now, let's shuffle our cards. Okay. Okay, para sa love life ng ating second participant, here we go. Okay. We have a minor card, and para sa second participant natin, we have 5. Jesus. We have 5 of swords. Yan. Okay? This is the card. And you know what? I'm telling you, oftentimes, when you check the imagery, and marami pong klase ng mga tarot decks readily available in the market. And lahat po ng mga tarot cards that you may find in the market out there will be presenting many different themes, different imagery, creative expression of these new authors ng mga tarot decks, or yung creative expression talaga nila are reflected well in the tarot cards as well. And depending on how the artists would express or interpret, which by the way are all boiling down to one same na original na tarot deck, it's rider and weight, lahat naman po ay naka-pattern doon po sa original. Nagbibigay lang sila ng sarili nilang kumbaga personal take or personal interpretation, and again that's their artistic na expression when it comes to the reflection of the cards. And I like the set of cards that I'm using right now kasi it's very self-explanatory. Just by looking at the imagery, magkakaroon ka na ng idea kung saan ako manggagaling. So here is mabalik lang tayo. Here is 5 of swords. This is the card na nabunot natin para dun sa ating participant, in which when we get swords, by the way, in our tarot card, it would mean two things. It would either mean it's a form of wisdom, or it can be an actual weapon. Now, depending on the situation, on the question, and on the person's energy who's asking, depende dun sa experience, yun po ang magdedetermine kung what kind of swords will be, the energy of the swords will present itself. This one presented itself as both a weapon and wisdom. The wisdom, though, let's talk about the weapon first. Let's talk about the weapon. The weapon that is presented here na nakita ko dito, it's because in the past, there are some past issues pertaining into trust. That you are not 100% able to process, not 100% able to address. And it's not just pertaining to a romantic relationship. When you talk about trust issues, and when you also see other relationships around you, and some other sometimes yung mga napapa-over process natin in our thoughts, or it can cause some overthinking oftentimes, because when yung parang in short, para tayong pwedeng may tendency na mapapraning due to other people's experiences as well. When we feel that, when we see that around, and again, these are also real stories, and then you also, syempre, when you get these experiences, the least thing you would want to happen, syempre, yung parang wala tayong matututunan, or matututunan din sa mga ganong lessons, or simply, we would want to protect ourselves. We want to protect ourselves and prepare and be better. And no questions about that. Pero syempre, pakiramdaman niyo rin yung sarili ninyo. If however these situations may lead, instead of it may lead to something that will strengthen you, it may lead into something that may possibly hurt you or may possibly weaken your spirits, because baka mapunan tayo, instead mapunan tayo ng trust, pagtitiwala, baka nagde-develop tayo ng fear. Baka nagde-develop tayo ng trauma within ourselves kahit it is something that hasn't manifested yet. Yung mga hindi pa masyadong nangyayari, but we just feel like there is a strong force within you to also look at it or to consider it. And oftentimes, ang nangyayari, kahit na, kahit na realistically speaking, alam mo na it's not really gonna happen, but a part of you, if you keep on processing that, it may somehow develop and progress into fear. And as it progresses into fear, it may allow you to be to be limited. Okay? Pag naging limited tayo because of our fears, pag naging limited tayo because we have doubt, pag naging limited tayo because simply we are uncertain. And every time that we have that, of course, what comes naturally is we will eventually either not do well with it or shy away with it. Okay? So all I'm saying is, no matter how it is unfolded, most especially in the past, yung mga experiences natin, most especially in the past, yung mga ganyan, one good way for us to keep our feet on the ground and for us to, kumaga, help ourselves step back into reality, or to help ourselves be more centered and focused, is to be also, syempre, number one, to acknowledge that medyo sumagi sa isipan natin, sumagi sa damdamin natin. Maybe we felt it. Maybe we really felt it. Because when we touch on these experiences, especially in the past, mas nararamdaman natin yung sakit. Mas nandun pa rin yung mga emotions involved. So, it can really add trauma in our lives. First is we have to acknowledge, because that's reality. Acknowledge it. But then again, once we acknowledge it, we have to weigh it, reality versus reality. Yes, reality is that we felt it, we are experiencing it. But another reality that you can help yourself with is that when you look around you, is it the same people involved in the past? Are the same people that you've had this same experience in the past, are the same people that you have in your present? Kung hindi naman, you are realistically feeling it. But the reality of things is that it is not the exact experience anymore. And then help yourself. So feel it, acknowledge that you felt it, but also let reality be your guide and your anchor. Tapos na siya. This is my now. I have a clean slate. I am always given a clean slate, and work from there. Use those experiences, to channel opportunities of learning that you may not have personally seen yet. Because when you try to address that experience, it's really more of how we are more in touch with the pain that it may have brought us, or the trauma that we have experienced may have been lingering still, because that's how you've associated that experience with. But it gets better every time. Sa ating second participant, the reminder here is wala namang problema in learning. Kasi sometimes, di ba, pinsan we tell ourselves na parang, hindi, tatandaan ko to para hindi na ako, I will not have the same situation in the future. But sometimes, the more we do that, yes, we are also teaching ourselves to learn, but we may possibly teach ourselves to not feel the love in that. Baka yung paglilimit natin, it may initially turn into doubt and fear, pero pwede rin siya maging anger. Pwede rin siya maging source ng self-doubt. And then you may see yourself differently. And then you may question yourself, all of your decisions. Baka mamaya, ang sasabihin nyo sa sarili ninyo, ganito ba ako talaga? Someone na hindi natututo. Someone na walang chance gumawa ng tamang desisyon. And then aapihin na naman natin yung sarili natin. That is definitely something, parang nado-double whammy tayo when it comes to that. So may say, Marami naman tayong pinagdaanan in the past, and this is also not different. The goal there is for us to really learn and rise above. And we can easily help ourselves with that when we keep reminding ourselves that we have the power. Yes, we do have the power for us to improve our own situations by trusting na ikaw nga ay natuto. And how will you really do that? How will you really know that you're really taking time for you to really learn this time? Take it by the day. By the day, ask yourself if you're ready to finally address that. Finally, ask yourself if you're ready to finally start working on the things that may have limited you in the past, but now you're ready. And then honestly answer that if it's a yes or no. If it's no for the moment, and then honor that moment. And because you know that in time, at least you tried today, and then tomorrow, let's be more hopeful. And then do it over and over until you finally have the right timing, because God's perfect timing is really perfect. It's really divine, and it's really meant to happen when it's bound to happen, and then embrace that moment. Dun sa ating second participant, do not let these experiences also dictate your own capacity to make decisions. Okay? This is a good reality self-check for you to know what else you can do sa sitwasyon ng puso mo, sa mga experiences mo. And again, this may be something that is a question about love. But when we talk about our traumas that we may have possibly experienced in the past or may experience in the future, or probably something that you're currently experiencing, hindi lang naman sa hindi lang naman love problems ang nagko-cause ng trauma. And now we know that. It can be anything about your personal life, it can also be in your spiritual life, it can be in your career, it can be in your relationships with your friends or family, no matter what it is. Anything that have caused you any form of doubt, fear, and anger, I'm telling you, one way or another, you're gonna apply the same formula. And all it takes is for you to rise above just one life experience to another. And then slowly and surely, you'll see how good you are in dealing with things. Para dun sa second participant natin, I want you, I want you to know na you've also done this before. Yung learning not just because you just want to prove that you can be okay or to survive, but with better intentions. Now you know it's going to be a better person. That's one, but also that you are going to be a better first person yourself, and that you're gonna be a better version yourself. Those are the two things that you're also going to expect or anticipate when you always learn. You've done it before. Right now, hindi rin, I want to remind you na hindi sign ng weakness. Hindi sign ng weakness when you realize that there are some truths that you're okay to embrace before, and then eventually you realize na it may be the truth during that time, but you may not necessarily hold the same truth anymore. That's okay. That's okay. I hope you don't take it against yourself whenever you realize that the moment that you're needing to make a decision, and I know you want to have the best decision every time, and then you did it, and then if sometime in the future you revisit, reassess that situation, tapos iba na palang sagot mo, please don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself and saying na parang, ay, was I really less of a person during that time because that was my decision? I hope hindi ganun ang tingin mo sa sarili mo. Remember, lahat ng mga experiences natin is an opportunity for us to just develop all of these wisdom and to turn it into blessing one by one, little by little in all of our life aspects. But remember, it's a process. Okay? And remember, ibabalik ko kayo dun sa ating reminder na everything is energy. We are all forms of energy. And what do we define as energy? Energy is something that anything and everything that has the potential to change. That includes living and non-living things. That includes you. You may, on a physical sense, yes, we evolve, we change. On an emotional and mental and also spiritual state, we also have the capacity to change. So yes, do not underestimate your own capacity. Para naman sa ating second participant, there are still a lot of things that we need to process, and I want you to start taking time to process them. Kasi I know at some point, naghahanap ka lang din ng validation if it's really something that you should look at. And you know what? Hindi ka nag-iisa. You know that every day I do that. Hindi ibig sabihin I learn to rise above all of my current life experiences or kung ano man yung mga kailangan kong ayusin in my current situation, pag naayos ko siya. Don't think that I stop there, na naghihintay na lang ako ng mga anything na parating sa future na mga life experiences. No. When you're done with your current and you're still waiting for something to unfold in the future for another lesson for you to process, it's really your cue for you to start working on other things in the past. And you can always know what are the things that you can address by simply being honest with yourself. That starts as a process. And then the more you know it, the more you do it, rather, the more you become comfortable doing it, the more you become very natural in processing things. And then when those small wins every time, take those 1 inch of progress every day, because an inch of a progress is still progress. And when you focus on that, you become very grateful in your progress, and then you will see na you're really taking a good process to help yourself. And then eventually, you'll realize you are limitless because you are limitless. Shush, nag-iiyakan pa yata kami nitong second participant dahil nagka-message kami ngayon. But you know what? Thank you din sabi niya nagpapasalamat siya sa advice, pero thank you din for trusting me. Dahil suki ka ever since you also value yung mga sinishare ko sa yung mga guidance. Maraming salamat. And thank you for joining in Tarot Tuesday, second participant. Welcome everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to your official Tuesday night habit. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays here, live in our YouTube channel, Reiki with Marky. Namaskaram, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Libre lang po magtanong kung may katanungan tayo, anything about your love, career, health. Health, important, okay? Send them over. Isa lang pong requirement, dahil libre po magtanong, may isang requirement lang po tayo kung gusto natin mag-participate. Share this live video in your social media, Facebook natin, and then take a screenshot of that. And also send it sa inbox ng ating official Facebook page of our YouTube channel. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky. Send it in our inbox, and then ready na tayo sa ating next participant. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of comments, everybody. Maraming salamat sa mga nagko-comment. Oh my gosh. Hello, Bessie Shane. Hello. Thank you so much naman. Mga team Bessie natin, maraming salamat sa mga team Bessie natin kasama natin tonight. Ituloy na natin, okay? Ayan, okay. Ang aga naman, ang gagaling yung mga participant natin tonight. Ang dami na kagad pila. Okay, sige. Okay, ang next natin, suki na naman. Maraming salamat sa suki natin, yung third participant. So, hi Marky, ask ko lang, lilipat kasi ako ng house. Yung next ko kayang lilipatan na bahay, magiging safe and comfortable ako in terms sa makakasama ko. Thank you so much. Let's check the cards for that. Okay. So as you can see, hindi naman siya practically it really falls on the category of the personal kasi para sa bahay yung no. So don't worry, kahit ano naman po yung mga questions natin, anything po na we need clarity on, any life aspect of our life, or practically talagang kahit anong katanungan na importante ng guidance, send them over, ako pong bahalang sumagot niyan. Okay, para naman sa ating next participant, let me just shuffle the cards slightly. Okay. Sa next malilipatan, let's feel the energy for that. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay. So para sa ating next participant, we have King of Swords. Okay. Actually, you know what? This is a very good card. It is a minor card, yes, but you know how the representation of a king sitting comfortable and ruling their kingdom. It's a representation of the level of comfort, because how a king would be living a life inside of the kingdom or the castle, practically. So ganun yung feeling. So in short, in terms of level of comfort, because the royalty is reflected here, so it is a clear answer that level of comfort, yes. Anong tawag dito? Oh, there is only just one warning here. Anong tawag dito? And I know this is really just also natural for you naman na when it comes to getting to know people, especially if you're going to be like housemates or what, or you're gonna be needing na makisama, yung ganyan, adjustment periods is always included there. And it practically is part of anything that we're going to engage in something new, di ba? Ganun naman yung pag may bago tayong gagawin. may it be kahit anong life aspect ng life natin, basta ito'y bago sa atin, nagiging ganyan po yung mga experiences natin. It will always entail adjustment po. So, I'm pretty sure you've done this before and magaling ka naman makisama. And I know then na hindi, you don't you don't right away, right there and then put your guard down and be parang not be mindful and careful. I know you've always been like that, and it's the same thing that's reflected here. I know that's also part of your plans for you to adapt and to also syempre, it's not really just parang testing the waters or what, but it's really you just being mindful of respect towards the relationship. Syempre, you would always want to establish a healthy relationship and to start syempre ng maganda ang mga experiences. I know you're really wanting to do that. I'm not seeing anything that would press as a challenge here. I'm not seeing any further warnings, but to just remind yourself sa syempre it's a process that you're going through and it's also okay na you have a process that you would want to honor and go through dahil that is also a strong way of honoring yourself in the process. Hindi po yun masama. Hindi yun masama. Okay? Now, I'm not seeing any warnings. I'm actually also seeing that you're gonna be, if you're expecting that you're gonna be delayed in terms of your timeline, I'm seeing that the plotted schedule for that will still be manifesting well. So, all in all, I will say that it's going to be a very good one. It's a very good one. And what I just want you to do, syempre for personally, pagdating mo dun sa space mo, I would, for you to strengthen that space even more, to introduce your own energy that you will link that personal space as your new personal space. Offer a prayer the moment you step in. Offer a prayer that will focus on gratitude. Gratitude and more blessings will definitely unfold for you. Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to your official Tuesday night habit. This is Tarot na iba na. This is Tarot Tuesdays. Na iba na yung ano natin. Ibang show yata yung napasukan. Hindi, joke. Okay, so here in Tarot Tuesdays, libre lang po magtanong. Anything questions natin about love, career, and yung health, send them over. Isa lang pong requirement natin para makapag-participate in our Tarot Tuesdays. Share this live video and share it in your social media, in your Facebook. Take a screenshot of that and then pakisend po sa ating inbox. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky. That is our official Facebook page. Send him there. First come, first serve. Ready na tayo sa ating next participant. Okay, ang haba ng pila natin. Okay. Okay, here we go. Next, iyon. So kapag tanong niyo na po ang sasagutin natin, ilalagay ko po kagad dun magre-reply ako ng comment na next so that you'd know na it is already your turn. Now also syempre, for those kung medyo no matter what happens all throughout our session, trust that our sessions are always recorded. Pwede po natin to balikan every single time. Okay? Okay. Hi, Bessie. Kamusta? Hello, Bessie. Ang mental health ko now, Bessie. Na-miss ko ng Tarot Tuesday. Ay, syempre. Okay. So, hold on. Ano ba ang question natin? Teka. Okay. Mental health ang katanungan. Okay, sige. Check natin yung energy according to your mental health. Okay, para sa Team Bessie natin, yung ating next participant. So, here we go. Check natin. Okay. Okay, for our next participant concerning her mental health, ito naman ang ating kasagutan. Okay. So we have 10 of Wands as our card. This is a minor card that we have for our next participant. Ang isang Team Bessie natin, I know there are many things that you're processing, no? Medyo, medyo naka-indicate talaga siya dyan. Look at that. Yung parang, yung niyayakap ng mga sets of wands, this is a representation of the things that you're processing. And you know what? Every single time that the wands will appear in our cards, kung yun pang mapipili natin, it's a representation of the energy of hard work and effort. Kaya alam ko marami kang pinagdadaanan. So imagine mo if you're hugging many representations of that in the mind, that is a reflection of the things that you're processing. You are still on top of things. Kung mga hindi bumibigay, and I'm very, very proud of that. Yung hindi bumibigay, laban na lumalaban, you are still taking whatever you can. But I know just like any other human being, myself included, lahat po tayo, meron po tayong certain limit. Meron tayong certain limit na, or safe to say, threshold that we are also not wanting to reach. Syempre, as much as possible, we would want to always balance our energies, diba? Para hindi naman tayo yung parang always in the brink of giving up, always in the brink of losing it. And I know how it feels because I've also been there. And alam mo, ang mahalaga talaga ngayon, because I would want to quote, one of my blessings recently, and I hope my fellow Reiki master, my beshi from Thailand, will allow me to share our stories, because even last night we have been sharing blessings. And you know what, when I say I receive blessings, oftentimes I'm not literally just talking about money, because that's not the only form of blessing that I am willing to experience in this life. And you know what, honestly, mas nagkakaroon ako ng malaking fulfillment if the kind of blessing that I experience in a day is when I receive wonderful stories, feedback about mga students na naturuan ko, or kayong mga suki here in Tarot Tuesdays, or my own students, or my friends and family who share their feedback because they started living a more mindful life, and then they're starting to see and experience and feel the benefits of being mindful, of choosing love over anything else, of choosing kindness instead of you choosing any other energies that does not resonate love. When you start doing it, and when it all starts by acknowledging that it has to be a process that you're going through, and then you submit yourself to that process, and then you surrender fully to God's plans, and then you continuously do this over and over, kahit na the roller coaster ride of emotions will present itself, kahit na paulit-ulit na ganun, parang up and down, pati hindi siya natatapos. But then again, the moment that you really start trusting everything, no matter how everything unfolds, and then you will see primarily how you are really enjoying the blessings of peace. And yan yung mga recent blessings ko are all including mga experiences ng mga taong initially they experienced a mind less mindful then, and now they're starting to live that life. That really makes me feel fulfilled every single time. Yung grabe ng fulfillment ko, parang hindi siya matawaran ng anything monetary that I'm experiencing. Of course I'm experiencing the monetary blessings, the abundance and prosperity. Literally, I am experiencing that because it really comes with it. But that is equally a joyful experience when I hear others also experiencing what I'm also experiencing. It's not just because we all have to believe in everything all in the same time, but you can give yourself that chance to try. And then finally, when you enjoy that change, and in which ang dami-dami ko nakukuha niyan recently from my students, from my friends and family, that really makes me very hopeful, and that affirms me to keep doing what I'm doing right now. And that's why I'm always doing Tarot Tuesdays. I'm always doing this because my commitment naman para lahat sa mga taong nangangailangan din ng guidance and wisdom. Ito naman syempre yung commitment ko para sa inyo. I'm also opening and opening my energy towards everybody, na lahat ng alam ko naman na makikilala ko in this lifetime are really meant na i-share ko yung energy ko sa inyo. And this is the right venue for us to do that. I'm sharing the same para sa ating participant, itong bestie natin na may mga pinagdadaanan ngayon. Sabi ko nga, hindi yung mga pinagdadaanan natin, hindi yan opportunity for us to really think na siguro talagang malas, siguro talagang parusa, siguro wala nang maganda sa buhay. Hindi yan parusa. Everything is a learning experience. Parang sa school, di ba? Ang school natin, di ba, how many years ang ginugol natin para makagraduate from one level to another. So don't be too hard on yourself if you realize that these are the lessons that you need to go through in life. These are the steps and the processes that you have to go through. For you to learn, there are certain tests and experiences for you to really see how you can apply these lessons. Yung mga wisdom, naging wisdom na ba talaga siya dahil na-absorb mo na, because you absorbed it, because you really believed in the message that it has brought you. The love that you felt just by understanding what you have to go through. And when you understand that, and then finally, you'll break free from the pain and suffering. But until then, you have to go through it for a fairly good reason. And so I say the same thing din dito. Hindi yan pang parusa, hindi yan because galit ng Diyos sa lahat ng tao. Talaga lamang na ang goal natin para sa atin lahat ay matuto. Pag natutunan natin, it will allow us to become wiser and better. So, yung payo ko sa ating Bessie is to always make sure na you honor every experience. Because every experience is going to teach us something. And don't measure if it's big or small of a lesson. Remember, it all started with our ABCs. But those ABCs, as we may feel, is basic or at least it's too elementary. None of those lessons that we already have now will manifest if not for those little ones. So yes, everything is important. Every lesson, any form of wisdom is divine and it's equally important. You will definitely experience more blessings. Kailangan lang natin ma-experience to. And until then, keep trusting that blessings are meant for you to be received. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Welcome everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza again. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. We're finally here in our YouTube channel doing it live here. Libre po magtanong if you have any questions about love, career, and health. Kailangan ng health questions. Wala pa akong health questions. Grabe kayo. Sinisimulan nyo na naman ako. Niloloko nyo ako eh. Nagalit. Okay. Wala pang health. Magtanong kayo ng health. Importante yung health natin. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Basa lang ako ng comments. Kasi ito si Louise, si Scout. She's really one of my, good friends. Also a client. Okay. I love that even though you're speaking to a particular person, your message can be applied to everyone. Tama yan. And yan lagi ang sinasabi ko naman dito eh. Kasi nga, ayun nga po, medyo mahaba lagi ang pila natin pag nagta-Tarot Tuesdays na tayo. And pansin nyo naman, here in Tarot Tuesdays, hindi po tayo dito tanong-sagot lang, okay? And especially sa lahat po ng mga viewers natin na bagong-bago, welcome by the way. Pero kung if you're new here, hindi po tayo tanong-sagot here in Tarot Tuesdays. Hindi po tayo dito yung parang, kamusta po ang love life? Pangit po ba o hindi? Ang sagot ko, pangit eh. Next question. Hindi po hindi po tayo ganun here in Tarot Tuesdays. We will give you the guidance on how to always improve your energy. And kung ikaw naman po ay hindi naging mapalad for tonight, I will try my very best masagot lahat yan. Pero kung sakasakali na hindi po tayo umabot sa ating mga questions for tonight, lahat po ng mga questions natin ay make sure na yung mga kasagutan natin is something na pwede rin po natin i-apply sa kanya-kanyang buhay natin and myself included din po. The more I hear these answers na binibigay ko, mas nagsistick po yan sa akin. It also helps my feet to be kept na nasa lapag lagi kasi hindi rin pwede na magbabago ang aking paningin and pananaw when it comes to that. Syempre kailangan tayo po, we will always live these lessons that we also share and to always walk the talk. Kasi you can never give something you do not have. And marami na po tayong pinagdaanan kaya marami din akong baong mga experiences to everybody. But those experiences, I've said this before and I will keep saying this over and over, I may not necessarily be 100% proud sa mga ginawa kong not so good decisions in the past, pero kaya pala. So that I will be here in this position right now, sharing a real story. A real story that can possibly be a familiar story because it can be something that's happening in your life. Maybe that's happened na, or maybe pwedeng mangyari in the future. My story is your story and your story is my story as well. Magtulungan tayo. Ready na tayo sa ating next participant. So, tingnan na natin. Naku po, mga suki na naman ang mga nakikita ko. I'm so happy. Yan, okay. I'm so happy. Ito na yung mga natin. Okay. Hello, Marky. How are you? Mainam. Napaka mabuti. Maraming salamat. And suki na naman natin tong isang participant natin. Maraming salamat sa suporta. Actually, right now, wala naman akong tanong specifically. More of parang naka-pause lang ang life. Madaming bagay di matuloy-tuloy na plans dahil sa pandemic. So kung ano meron and kayang gawin sa bahay, yun lang muna. When it comes to health, I can feel that I'm in my fittest and stronger self. Career, after my attempt to inform my boss about my resignation, she told me to stay muna and medyo naging okay din ang relationship namin. It was not toxic anymore. Sa love, well, romantically, wala. But sana magkaroon, but if wala, okay lang kasi I came from a toxic relationship last year. Although I can feel that I'm surrounded by my family's love naman, So maybe, question ko, may i-look forward pa ba ako before the year end na something would change or may impact sa life ko? Regardless kung career, love, or health man yan. Just 2 weeks ago, I'm starting to do daily meditations and before I sleep, just sharing much love and peace. Namaste. Namaste. Akala ko magdi-Dear Marky na ako dun sa ano. Akala ko Dear Marky na yung magiging episode natin tonight. But then again, you know what? I like that. I like na yung question towards the end. I am feeling a lot gratitude din while I'm reading yung ating current participant. Habang binabasa ko yung entry Rafa. Habang binabasa ko yun, para siya, sabi ko, aba, I can really feel the gratitude. And I like that you are really looking at blessings in any form. And that is another nakakatuwang pakinggan and ma-experience yan from another person. G na G ako dyan. Sige, tingnan natin. Malalaman naman natin kung anong aspeto ng life natin. Okay? So, sa ating participant, anything positive surprise na maibibigay or to expect or to anticipate until the end of this year? Here we go. Grabe, may challenge eh. Gusto ko din yung may mga challenge sa mga reading natin. Okay, sige. Ay, naku po. We have a major card. Okay. Okay. You asked for it. Here we go. Be ready for an answer. We have a major card for you. And primarily, unang-una pa lang, when you get a major card in this question na parang you're anticipating a blessing, something to look forward to, a glimmer of hope, the divine and the universe has answered that perfectly for you. We have the Hermit card. For our participant. Now, when we get the Hermit card, ano bang energy ni Hermit card? In Tagalog or in Filipino, it's called Ermitaño. And as we all know, the hermits are always found deep in the forest or in caves. And these are places where in dun mo sila, they don't appear to be always outside. It's really something na hahanapin mo. Hahanapin mo sila either deep in the forest or usually they'll find you, but you'll find them isolated. And the energy of you may have had the idea na the isolation part, that's the energy of our hermit. But it's not just a form of isolation that you're literally going to isolate yourself or ikukulong mo yung sarili mo in a place or in a space. Hindi yun. The process that the hermit has to go through is that it's a process of learning, a process of mastery, a process of mastering the self. Okay, for you to become a better version. So take this time. I'm telling you, this is also giving you a right opportunity, not just to process all of, you mentioned nga, may toxic relationship, you mentioned nga, I'm pretty sure, of course, those are the things that you'd rather need to look at. May isang energy din ng hermit na nagsasabi na it will do more good, more blessings, more mastery for yourself will happen, especially in that aspect of relationships, if you pause and internalize and process every opportunity in that relationship and turn it into wisdom. And I know, just touching on that experience, ang dami-dami mong gustong matutunan. Na possibly, one of the things that may limit you from learning those lessons yet is because of the pain and suffering that it may have given you, the trauma that you may have developed, and as you go through this experience, and there's no judgment on that, it's no one should question you why you allowed it to happen. It is part of the experience, especially karmically. It's meant for a lesson like that to be instilled sa atin. And it's a reminder on how you would always trust your worth as a person worthy of love, as a person who deserves equally what you can offer, that unconditional love. You deserve that. And that comes as a reward the more you really master yourself and master it through those experiences. So my say, actually, this is also an opportunity for you to learn something new. I know you've been wanting to look for something that not in a form of distraction, but to discover what else you can do. Don't be afraid to either learn something new or rekindle an old passion in a form of arts and expression. I know you are very artsy and you used to be very expressive when it comes to art. Do it again. Do it again. As you do that, naging ASMR ba? Baka naging mukbang ba? Sorry na, kung masyado na rin. Mabalik tayo. Paki-comment nyo nga dyan kung nagtunog mukbang siya. Baka, I would need to refrain from doing it. Baka ano, nagtunog mukbang ba guys? Anyway, so all I'm saying para sa ating participant, I would want you to know na when you allow yourself to grow and to really see what else you can do, all it takes is for you to put one foot in and to really engage and do it. And there's no judgment. There's no judgment on what makes you feel that. Ang importante is when you do it, you feel the fulfillment, you feel the happiness, and you feel that yes, you are capable of transforming, of evolving, of becoming a better version. And I'm telling you, you deserve that as well. So my say, ang kailangan mo lang naman tandaan is that may nakalaan sa'yo. And as you gear towards that, may nakalaan din sa yung realization to never doubt your worth and to never see yourself less and to always trust na kahit anuman ang mga experience mo in the past, hindi yan cycle. Okay? Don't think that it's a cycle. Don't build on that trauma and feel very limited to an extent that you'd feel jaded. Wag naman. Remember, someone out there is also experiencing what you're experiencing, and possibly that can lead towards meeting who's meant. And then when you meet that person and everything is already fixed, everything is already addressed, every experience already has a value of wisdom, and then look at that. You realize you're just training so that when the time comes and yung nakalaan na ibibigay sa atin, it will all be better. And trust that. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Andito na tayo. You're doing it live here in our official Facebook page. Welcome to Reiki with Marky as well. Every Tuesday night, we do Tarot Tuesdays. Nagbabakel pag live guys. Every Tuesday night, we're doing Tarot Tuesdays. We provide free tarot reading for everybody. Love, career, health. Send them over. Akong bahala. Libre po magtanong, but if you want to participate, just share this live video in your social media and then take a screenshot of that. Paki-send sa inbox ng Everyday Reiki with Marky Facebook page and then ako nang bahala dyan. And sabi ni Luis, what are you drinking? It looks yummy. Oh my gosh, this is, baby, ano ang tawag dito? This is from Hummus Elijah. It's just brewed icy. It's legit na brewed icy. Yung super, and you're correct, super sarap. Like, pag mo-order ako niyan, laging dalawa for me. Sorry na. Ganyan talaga. Okay. Ay, oh my God, may anak ko naman si J-Jet. Oh my gosh, hello. Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Ayan, tinan mo, nandito na tayo. Pangarap lang natin dati yan na mag-live here sa YouTube and now we are finally doing it. Ay, sorry, matatrabaho na pala ako. Sorry. Ito na. Oh, ay naku po. Syempre naman, suki naman yung ating uling ang ating next participant. Suki na naman natin. So, ano naman ang question ng ating suki? Hello, Master. Question about the energy you see about me purchasing a house and lot very soon. Aba. Magandang milestone yan. Okay, so let's do it. Let's check that energy. And by the way, should you also be following the Chinese tradition or the Chinese culture at least? And you know how it is? Pagpasok kasi no August natin, there is a certain weeks that we are discouraged to engage in anything auspicious or to engage or to invest, kasal, or anything that is like a positive milestone in life. So, talking about weddings, practically mga milestone na celebrations, a little less discouraged for us to go through that on a ghost month. So there are many financial institutions who also understand that and are, it seemingly is very natural. Like um it's not like old news. Okay? So, if you're also honoring that, syempre, walang masama doon. Walang masama doon. Sa Hinduism, meron ding something like that, but not literally na it's just ghost month, but there is a certain number of months in which Lord Vishnu, the god of preservation, the preserver of the universe, is taking a nap for a few months. 4 months, I believe. 4 months, and then in his absence and his rest, it's Lord Shiva taking over of that task. So, yun naman, it's until September to October, I believe. And it already started then. Mga 3 months pala. It started na nung August then. A little similar. Okay. And also discourage yung mga anything auspicious activities. It is also known that we should be pausing in engaging in those. Medyo may similarity din. Mas mahaba lang, mas extended lang. Tingnan natin para sa ating next participant na Suki. Suking-suki natin yan. Maraming salamat, by the way, for the continuous love and support. Syempre, maraming salamat. So ito, para sa ating next participant, here we go. Okay. Ako din, I'm also wanting a favorable response, syempre, para sa iyo. Okay, so here is our answer, and it also allows you, no matter what the answers will be, it really allows you to gauge how much more effort, how much more energy we're supposed to shell out para talagang to manifest this fully, no? Isususpense muna kita dahil alam ko nanonood ko ngayon, nakita kita. So, sinuspense. Okay, sana talaga, I wanna know kung talagang nagtutunog ASMR ba siya at least when I do this. So, wala naman ako intention, pero kung nagtunog ASMR siya, baka gumawa na rin ako ng gano'n. Joke lang, joke lang. Although pangarap ko yun 'no, to do that actually, dahil gusto ko lang ng excuse dahil matakaw talaga. Yun pala yun, eh, 'no, matakaw lang ako. Sorry na, matakaw lang ako talaga. Okay, eto na nga para sa ating participant na suki natin. Here is your card. You have a minor card. We have 5 of Wands. This is the card for, tingnan mo, very similar. Tingnan mo, look at that castle in the process now. Do not. Wag magpanic. Okay, wag magpanic. Nararamdaman kita. Okay, don't feel discouraged. Every single time nga, ito nga yun. So, yung mga warnings natin, basta pag meron tayong mga questions that's only pertaining if it's going to be favorable o hindi. And syempre, no matter what card we draw here, it does not entail that it's going to be bad all throughout or it's something that you should be feel discouraged with. It really is gonna be your clear gauge on how much more you will be preparing for in terms of energy, monetary, and not just that. Syempre, the preparation through and through and how you're going to create that solid plan that you're going to follow so to allow you and to assist you in manifesting it. This is not a bad card. But remember, when we get the energy of the wands in our tarot card, the minor card wands would always refer to the energy of hard work and effort in which you're already pushing yourself to manifest. So in short, you're gearing towards it. I want with this representation, it's just reminding you to not just double your effort, but to remain consistent in this goal. If this is really what you wanted to manifest, because remember, eyes on the prize. So I will share you again and to remind everybody kung ano naman yung mga syempre gagawin natin, yung mga reminders natin pag magma-manifest tayo. Sa participant natin na ito na it may be pang personal, mga investment, yung mga gustong ma-manifest. It can be this, it can be these personal investments, anything about your career, your personal life, love, or practically kung ano man ang gusto nating makamit. I want you to know kung anong energy ang kailangan gawin for you to get it, yun din ang solusyon. Kung ang goal is abundance, and then the energy of hard work and effort should be maintained and be consistent. Kasi, again, I've been saying this ever since, remember, getting it or manifesting it, kung ano man ang gusto nyo ma-manifest, is just the tip of the iceberg. You manifesting it is one, but maintaining it or at least being consistent with it is another thing. That means, kung gusto mong tuloy-tuloy ang mga blessing, dapat pati ikaw tuloy-tuloy din ang energy. Tuloy-tuloy yung hard work, tuloy-tuloy yung effort, tuloy-tuloy in your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Solid. It will never change, but rather it will even improve. Improve your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Improve your thought process on how you're going to weigh things out. So lahat ng mga magiging decision natin moving forward, may it be this, may it be in our career or any form of decision we need to make, alam natin na we are allowing a thorough process to happen to put us in a better na disposition para mas malaman natin na we are doing well for one, but we know we are taking steps para ma-manifest to. It's also another. Mindfulness will always be key. I'm telling you that you're really already creating efforts, consistent as well. So I want you to say that you are in the right track. You're in the right track. Here's the thing. I know you have a timeline. And to be honest with your timeline, it is realistic, pero dun sa pinaka-timeline mo, may konting delay lang. Halimbawa, if this is gonna be the timeline that you set, and then in actual reality, yung kailangan mo pang bunuin is up to here. So in short, hindi naman nalalayo. Hindi naman nalalayo. But if to set the expectations, so in terms of how you're going to gauge your effort or the amount of energy na kailangan pang bunuin, I want you to know na if you double it, you will meet the goal. If you double your efforts, you will definitely meet the goal. But if you're already as it is, okay with your pace, and then of course, di ba, be forgiving with your pace. And again, we're still in a time of pandemic situation we're in. Globally, it's really calling for a pause. No matter how things have unfolded with other countries, and we are very, very happy and supportive with other countries in terms of them possibly progressing better in terms of the approach in COVID-19. But here, currently where we are, we know the current situation, and we also need to be very realistic and consider that all at the same time. Now, when we go through it, remember, so long as your eyes are on the prize, so long as your thoughts, decisions, and actions are very, very consistent, and then I'm telling you, you will even manifest it even better. Okay? And through it all, ang sinasabi ko nga lang, syempre, alam niyo na, my catchphrase every time is to keep trusting the process. Gusto ko lang iganon yung bangs ko talaga. Joke na. Okay? So, may say para sa ating participant, Sir, yes now. Congratulations. Bigyan ko pa kayo ng isang tip on how you're really gonna manifest. And para sa atin, lalo pa dito sa current participant natin, you know the key, charity work. Okay? For us to gain something, let us all be willing to lose something, lose any form of energy that we have, any form of energy, and it's not limited to monetary. Easily offer love in a challenging time wherein there's so much hate, anger, or jealousy around. Offer love and kindness, and that's already one good charity work that you can offer, not just for the people around you, but to the universe itself rather. So, my say, alam mo naman kung paano ka mag-manifest. You can also do that here. Same approach also applies. Basta remember to always be consistent and to always keep your eyes on the prize, and you're good to go. You'll even manifest it even better. But until then, I'll be very, very excited for you. And as early as now, congratulations. Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Good evening, everyone. Let's do a little time check. We have 10:23 currently. Still more time for us to get more answers ng mga participants natin. So, if you are new here, hello, good evening. Ako po si Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. By the way, if you're also wondering, anything that you experience here in Everyday Reiki with Marky sa Facebook page and here in our YouTube channel, anything about Reiki or tarot or anything about spirituality, I also teach on weekends. So if you have any questions about anything about interested kayo to know more about the workshops that we offer either in Reiki, energy healing, or in intuitive tarot reading, you want to experience it or you want to learn it yourself, send me a message lang po sa ating Facebook page and akong bahala sa inyo. But for now, I wanna special shout out naman sa mga ano natin, sa mga oh my gosh, I wanna say hi, special shout out din kay Ninya Amorin. Hello. I know finally we are here. 'Di ba? 'Di ba ilang buwan na natin pinag-uusapan to as our goal and target, and finally we are here. Nice to see you here. Okay. So, by the way, libre lang po magtanong sa Tarot Tuesdays if you have questions, anything about your love, career, and health. Okay, send them over. Libre lang po magtanong. For you to participate, simple lang. Share nyo lang po itong live video natin here. Share it in your social media. Take a screenshot of that and send it in our inbox in our Facebook page at Everyday Reiki with Marky. Bahala sa iyo. Okay? Okay. Thank you naman sabi ni Luis, hindi naman siya masyadong tunog ASMR. Okay, kasi nga baka sabihin sa atin, ano ba tayo, nagre-reading ba tayo o ASMR? Ayoko naman gawin both kasi nga magre-reading ka ng ako pa naman pag kumakain enjoy na enjoy. Okay. So eto na, trabaho na tayo nga pala. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hanapin na natin yung mga next natin na ating participant. Ayun, this is our next participant. Okay. Oh my gosh, alam mo suki na lang. Salamat naman. Suking-suki natin yung mga yung mga participant natin tonight in our Tarot Tuesday. So here we go. Hello coach, kamusta po ang health ko ngayon? Oh my gosh, hallelujah. I'm so happy finally after a few questions in tonight's session, finally may nagtanong na sa ating health. I'm so happy, gagalingan natin lalo because it's our buena mano for the health question. So, by the way, kapag ang magiging question ng mga participants natin will be a question about health, hindi po ako nagdo-draw ng cards. I use my energy healing abilities as a Reiki master and teacher to scan the body, the aura, and the energy of our patient. So, tignan ko nga lang muna ulit ang energy ng ating participant. Okay, so by the way, as I scan the energy, the aura of our participant, by the way, ang pinakauna ko po makikita doon are a certain body parts in our body that may resonate either pain, muscle pain, o baka may certain parts that you're experiencing some illnesses. Ang ganun. Even wounds are also included there or in any form of injury. What I want you to know is that our body is a directory of lessons that we all just need to learn from. And every single time that we are experiencing a physical manifestation of pain, o kaya po, if we are experiencing an illness targeted sa body parts po natin, our body is just letting us know that there is a life lesson that we are needing to learn from. And kung saang body parts po siya lumabas, that will indicate the kind of lesson that we need to learn from. Now, it also depends on which chakra system is also directly affected on the area of concern. Now, ang ano po natin dyan, our body, by the way, is divided into two. Our right side is our sacred masculine, our or the positively charged na side natin, and our left side is our sacred feminine energy or the negatively charged na energy nasa kaliwa. Now, any experience of pain or illness or wounds and or not limited to pwedeng injury na nagmanifest sa kanang bahagi ng ating katawan, ang nag-cause po niyan ay lalaki sa buhay natin. And anything that would manifest in our left side, babae naman po sa buhay natin ang nag-contribute or possibly can be the factor na nag-manifest sa ating katawan. Now, syempre, we have not just one kind of relationship that we are portraying in a role in this lifetime. Marami tayong roles and marami din tayong relationships like in friends and family, and iba pa yung romantic relationships. Now, depending kung saang areas nandoon magma-manifest, I will have an idea which one as well. Depende kung saan magfo-fall under yung ating mga areas that we need to look at. So, let me just scan ulit the energy and the aura and the body of our participant. Okay. Okay. So here are very strong points that okay. Okay. Sige. Okay. Now, primarily, I know itong participant natin has tendencies of over-processing thoughts. The mind can possibly always go on overdrive. Naturally yan. Naturally, you're always like 10 steps ahead. When you see one thing, you can create many scenarios. You may also include the not so, yung mga worst case scenarios natin, and choose the one of the worst ones, and then may tendency for the thoughts to go overdrive and to overprocess it in such a way. Now, sometimes, and you know how it is, even 70% of the things that we overprocess in our thoughts, minsan hindi naman talaga siya nangyayari, but that doesn't mean that it's bad or be too hard on yourself when you experience this kasi natural sa atin ito. Anything that you naturally do or you find yourself, parang ganun, it's also the cue for you to understand naturally ganun ka as a person. And there again, there's no judgment on that. But one clear area of one clear area na I'm seeing, left shoulder. I'm not sure how this will reflect in the screen as we speak, or as this will be posted as a recording that you can review later on. But this side, especially para sa current na participant natin, the left shoulder is the most lingering energy here. Now remember, if the side is on the left, that means ang nakapag-contribute is babae. And I'm seeing here, sister. If you have a sister, let me know, because I'm really okay. If you have a sister, let me know. And the shoulders, by the way, is a representation of responsibilities. So, in short, if you have a sister that you feel very responsible for, and you talk about when you think or you process experiences about your sister, not just currently, even in the past, if you are always someone who feels very responsible for your sister, and then no matter which experiences will unfold towards your sister, you feel responsible for, kahit na sarili niya tong doing, you still feel responsible, it will fall here. These also include experiences of you having your own expectations towards her and not being able to fulfill it accordingly. So you may have mga certain expectations, you know how it is. We always wish well for the people who are dear to our hearts, and we always have the best plans for them. Not, but no matter how these would unfold on their end, syempre, hindi natin sila fully makokontrol, which to a certain extent you may feel a little frustrated with. And when frustrations happen, I was just gonna say that even you're experiencing the lower back pain because one, primarily, uh, mga around 6 hours of sleep in a day, kulang pa rin. Kulang pa rin, 6 hours of sleep in a day. Because remember, para ma-receive natin yung optimum na nutrition and yung health natin para sa ating katawan, it is best for us to at least have 7 to 8 hours of sleep, recovery time for our body. And if you are always, especially mga suki natin here in Tarot Tuesdays, you have to remember that the reference for us to clearly see and understand why sleep is important, I always relate it in the case of gadgets, and gadgets that we need to maximize, utilize every single time. Cell phones, your laptops, your iPads, your tablets, practically all of these gadgets are running on battery, in which for us to maximize the use of these gadgets, it has to have a substantial amount of battery, if not full, at least mataas. But on a physical sense, when we talk about yung capacity natin for us to fulfill all of the goals, dreams, aspirations, or how our usual day unfolds, we have to have the right energy for us to do that. And for us to gain the right energy, it has to go through an ample rest time, sleep, and recovery time, which is again 7 to 8 hours. And anything lesser than that, look at it, kung 6 hours in a day, parang nasa 80% ang ating battery life, but we are wanting to do more than 100 of that, and then we feel bad if we're not able to accomplish it, or we feel bad if we feel like we're a little not our best physically for us to maintain all of those. But then again, we have to understand what we also give and do in our body. It should be part of our awareness, because the more we master our vessel, the more we know how to get and to reach our goals by assisting our own body physically, giving it what it needs. 'Di ba? Look at it this way, parang yung kotse natin 'yan, 'di ba? Yes, kahit brand new yung kotse natin, it needs to be monitored. It has to be well um monitored. Monitor yung mileage niya. It has to go through maintenance, change oil. You have to fuel it every time. You know the works. But all I'm saying is that because we are using it well, because we have a goal, there is a purpose why we are using it, and we know what we want and our need for our body. But then again, do we provide what it also deserves? And one of the best thing that it deserves is rest. At saka masarap na pagkain. Totoo lang. So all I'm saying is that the more you get to understand and honor your body's needs, your vessel's needs, the more it will perform its best for you. But you have to understand it first. You have to sleep, recover. Medyo iwas din pala tayo sa medyo colored drinks, okay? Tsaka you know what, you'll be surprised. Dagdagan pa natin yung water intake because when your mind processes things on overdrive, you may feel like, hindi, pero iniisip ko lang naman yun. Pero you know what, you tend to also absorb more water when it's going on overdrive here. So, dagdagan pa yung water natin. And it also, storm former din tayo, by the way, and you wouldn't want these to manifest further in the future. My say, like go through a detox by simply limiting all water na intake. Or if you know what, sorry, dahil may bias ako sa coffee or tea would be okay. But as much as possible, refrain from focusing on colored drinks. Coffee, tea, may bias ako dyan, okay lang. But then the rest water. So iwas po muna tayo sa any other colored drinks. Try it for a month and pakiramdaman mo yung katawan mo. Okay, and then definitely. Oh, by the way, I am also sensing some energy on your right knee. And the right knee is a representation of our... Ayan na. Okay. Whew. Our knees represent our parents. It's our direct connection to our parents. Anything that manifests on our knees is a representation of our experiences with our parents. So, kanang bahagi, that means lalaki. Kaliwang bahagi, that means babae. Our right knee is a representation of our experiences with our father. And you can easily look back when you tap on the experiences, memories about your father. And if it's not 100% smooth sailing, that includes even worries, that includes even past experiences that you are not able to address, nagmamanifest yan sa right knee natin. And that is one strong point that, okay, there, kakapasok lang as news flash para sa ating current news may report live. Okay, so I'm also directed, my visions are now directed towards your feet. And every single time na my energies are directed, or my vision rather, is directed towards the feet, it's a representation. Kasi yung feet natin is a representation of mobility. Because remember, our feet, we use that to move. Either, what kind of move? We move forward, we move sideways, we take steps backwards, in short. Or sometimes we don't move at all. Either we stop or we take a pause. Now remember, any form of movement, even stillness, pero the nadidirect sa paan natin yan. If it's really good, then well and good. But if it's a kind of progress that will entail questioning, doubt towards the self, madidirect lagay yung energy ko dyan. So, do not be surprised if even at times you feel there's a little pain, yung parang ngawet on the knee, on the feet, or the soles of the feet, or even sa may ankle area. That happens, and because if there is a part of you that has questioned where you are right now. So if it's a question of progress, if you questioned your progress, or if you doubt where you are right now in terms of progress, it can be in career or basically in life. Am I happy with my life right now? Am I feeling fulfilled with the things that I'm experiencing and that I'm engaging with, or what I'm doing? Every single time that you touch on that side of your life, and then your instant response is not happy, and then the energy will reflect that on your feet. That form of questioning will definitely manifest energetically. And remember, when it comes to health, our body, the first telltale signs are initially about manifesting physical manifestations of pain at first. Kumbaga, para tayong ginaganon, pinupok, parang, hello po, ididirect ko sa this area na to remind you, meron po kayong lesson na kailangan matutunan. But of course, we don't know what the body speaks of. We don't know when we think that it's really just manifesting pain, pero hindi natin alam what it really is about. Now I'm telling you, our body is just a reminder that there are lessons that we need to learn. The more you work on this, and you know what, by the way, it's easier to heal this with Reiki, syempre. But of course, even without Reiki, if you learn the lesson, if you're already at that phase wherein you're ready to address the lesson, naturally, even without Reiki, you will naturally heal. Because our, not just mind, but our body is really that amazing. It can create those miracles, but you just have to remember to subject yourself to these changes. Remember that you always have to go through a certain form of change so that your body will understand, yep, the energy is already changing. So, not unless change is applied, Not unless change is applied, the process of healing would have to be experienced over and over and over. And remember, changing it is one, maintaining it is another, being consistent with it is another thing. So that is going to be a commitment that you're gonna be giving yourself long term. Dapat long term yung commitment to change. To hindi ka na magsasabi, I will improve this lang muna for 1 year and then I can go back to your old ways. That is like telling you na parang you're just giving a band-aid solution. Just a band-aid solution. You're just sweeping the dust under the rug, but you're not really addressing it. You're just or cleaning it. You're just covering it up. But it's still there. The least thing you'd want to happen is for this to become a ticking time bomb in the future. Okay? So para sa ating next na participant, those areas, take this time for you to process it one by one. And that remember, as human beings, you can only do so much because lahat tayo may kanya-kanya tayong lesson to learn. And don't be too hard on yourself na you pressuring yourself, fixing other loved ones' life lessons. Because remember, binigay yan sa atin kanya-kanya tag-iisa for a very good reason. Kung sa atin binigay, because it's our lesson. Pag sa iba binigay, because it is their lesson. That no matter what part or what role you will have to portray to assist these people to learning their lesson, at the end of the day, it is still their own task to rise above their own lessons. That should keep your feet on the ground. Focus on your own, as I am also doing the same thing. Don't worry, I'm not bulletproof on this. But the more you become comfortable with this, the more that you will be on the road to healing. So as early as now, telling you take it like a grain of salt every day. Isa-isa lang ang laban. And the more you focus on this, the more you will allow yourself to, one way or another, to win those life experiences. And then, before you know it, yung next participant na pag magpa-participate ka, tignan ulit natin energy and I'm pretty sure it will definitely improve. Okay? Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. My name again is Marky Mendoza and welcome to Reiki with Marky. This is your official Tuesday night habit. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays na. Every Tuesday, we are here finally, officially in our own YouTube channel. We are gonna do this live session here in our YouTube channel moving forward. And libre lang po magtanong if meron kayong question about anything about your love, career, and your health. Thank you, by the way, uli sa last participant natin. Nag-provide na ng health question. You can ask those questions. Libre lang po ang magtanong. Ang kailangan lang po natin for us to participate is to also share this live video and take a screenshot of that. And then yung screenshot po, isasend lang po natin sa inbox of our official Facebook page. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky. Oh, by the way, some of you may have sent me messages or you may have sent your those screenshots to my personal Facebook. Hindi po ako nag-check ng aking personal Facebook when I'm during Tarot Tuesdays para mas streamline lahat po yung ating questions. We still have time, so galingan na natin para marami pa tayong masagot. So, ayan. Ayan, okay. Our next participant is another Suki. I'm so happy. So thank you so much. Okay. So namaste. No, namaste din. Okay, namaste sa ating participant. Career please. And just to know po if magtutuloy-tuloy po yung good news sa work ko. Okay, sa career. Okay, tignan natin yung energy dun sa career. Okay, so para sa ating Suki, by the way, maraming salamat for the continuous love and support. And I want to say hi syempre sa lahat ng mga viewers and listeners natin tonight. And I hope na na-enjoy nyo rin kahit na ayun nga sabi nga na one feedback dun sa isa sa ating mga sa ating viewers si Scout, sabi niya na even if I'm happy that even if the questions are honestly directed specifically to our participants, yung guidance natin syempre makaka-relate ka din talaga dyan one way or another. Okay, ganyan tayo dito, tulungan tayo lagi sa mga natin, sa mga life experiences natin. That is why Reiki with Marky is here. Okay, dami kong chismis. Kina, eto na, here we go. Okay, this is our career na card for our next participant. Okay, you know what? We have a very good card for you. We have Six of Cups. Six of Cups for our next participant for tonight. And ang question is, by the way, when you get the cups here, it means two things. One, it's a clear opportunity for either celebrations or emotions. This one's in a form of celebration. And you know what? Kung ang tanong ay sunod-sunod, I can see, ang dami. There are many, many, many celebrations. But you know what? I will also continuously remind you to remain very consistent with your energy and your passion. Okay? Because remember, the reason why you are receiving these blessings is because there is a good amount of consistency that you have been offering your energies with, and that has led you to receive all these blessings. And I'm telling you, when we add the energy of consistency even more, that really goes to give you a sound assurance on your end for you to really keep doing what you're doing best because you're really receiving the blessings. And you know what? I will also, if there's also one thing that I will add, not just for your career, for you to manifest more blessings even more. One good thing to embody, an energy, one important energy that I would recommend to embody every day. And this is not just solely for our current participant right now, but this is also for everybody. No matter what life aspect are we wanting to improve, life, career, love, our health. The best thing that you will give yourself to equip yourself to gear towards manifesting a blessing, any form of blessing, is to offer love every day. You'll be surprised that all you need to focus on is one solid energy. That's love every day. That means you will always have two options. You will always have two options for you to choose from in terms of how to respond in our experiences. You may respond with love, or you may also respond with the energy of hate, anger, fear, in short, positive or negative. But my say, if you have an opportunity to choose love over anger, over hate, over jealousy, and you become very consistent with that, you are setting a very good energy para kay universe. Look at universe as if parang bangko yan. Nag-i-invest ka ng maraming good energy so that in time pag humingi ka ng good energy, you will easily be rewarded kasi marami kang na-invest na good energy. Madaling-madaling, 'di ba, pag sa bangko, madaling mag-withdraw. Kapag alam nating meron din tayong mga naitabi or meron talaga tayong bubunutin. It's the same thing. You can manifest more blessings with the mere focus ng energy, ng love. Definitely. Love towards the people around you, love towards yourself, the developed love with your relationship with the divine. That's another way to manifest that. And definitely any form of charity work that you can, and it's as easy as offering a smile to a stranger or offering what little you have selflessly. Offer it. That's also one good way for you to generate more good karma. And that way, you can easily manifest anything and everything that your heart desires, so long as you are always consistent with just necessarily focusing on love. I'm telling you, this is already proven and tested. And I'm so happy that I'm seeing you in the comments right now because this, we have, welcome, by the way, we have our Suki and a listener and a very good friend of mine listening all the way from Singapore. Hi Zai, hi Mary. Thank you. That Zai is one of the talagang may strong testimonials yan when it comes to manifesting these blessings because she just focused on just love, and that is one clear manifestation of this wisdom I'm sharing with everybody. She has received many many blessings just because she was always focusing on love, and that's a real inspiring story right there. And so I say the same thing. Remember, anything in that I'm sharing with you, this is coming from no bias na it's only directed to a certain group of people or to a certain personality of a person lang. Yung parang maybe it's only meant for people who are spiritual, and I'm telling you this is for everybody. And I'm not special, like ako lang ang deserve ng ganito. We all deserve that. We also all have the capacity to change, to evolve, only if you of course engage. Para sa next participant natin, I want you to know that you've been receiving all this because yan yung binibigay mo consistently. But if you add this energy of consistent love that you will emit, any opportunity that you can, I'm telling you, you will become more limitless. And you will see that there is really nothing that you cannot manifest so long as you're coming from a place of love. And I tell you, that has taken me places. So my say, focus on that as well, and you're definitely gonna receive more blessings. For now, thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Time check, it's 10 minutes before 11 p.m. So let me check one good participant na lang for our session for tonight, and let's see if we can still, but medyo ganito, medyo ano na lang yung ano natin, medyo nandun na siya. Yep. Oo nga. So, and para naman sa lahat ng hindi po nakahabol, I would want you to know na we are gonna be doing this every single time. And also, I'm also taking this opportunity to let you know that in the future, hindi na lang, ay, mamaya na announcement, nakikilig na nga kasi ako, na-excite ako masyado. Sige, sandali, ano pa tayo na isa pa. Okay. Okay. Ay, I'm so happy. Ito, first timer yung ating ano. Oh my gosh, first timer yung ating next participant. I'm so happy. Okay, so ganito. Okay, here we go. I'm finally seeing my boyfriend tomorrow. Can I get an energy forecast for our time together? Thank you. Love you. Love you. Alam mo yan. Okay, sige. Aba, isa na namang, what a way to close our session for tonight. Alam mo, I'm so happy na naku po, nakaabot itong ating bagong participant, which by the way, kakilala ko to. I'm so happy to answer this question. I'm so happy then that you're finally joining Tarot Tuesdays. Maraming salamat. So, galingan natin para for you. Okay, so tomorrow, forecast yung energy, meeting yung boyfriend, ano ang mangyayari, possible, para syempre to prepare us. Okay, sige. Here we go. Okay. Okay. This is, okay, it's a good card. Here is our card. This is for our participant. We have Ace of Coins. Okay, look at the imagery. An angel receiving a body of blessing. Okay, so like gold, it's huge gold in front of you that you receive, which is, by the way, the coins itself already symbolizes the abundance that there is. The abundance of what? It's not only just the abundance of money or money involved in the relationship. There's abundance. When you talk about the abundance, it's an overflow. You can never unsee that this is a gift, and this is a gift that is really in front of you. No matter how everything else would look like physically, it may physically look dry, it may physically feel dry, but I'm telling you, there is so much abundance into this. And that when I talk about abundance, I am also feeling an abundance of love here. And it is truly a blessing that is really in front of us. This is also reality speaking. And because I also know the life and the experience of itong ating current na participant, in which the situations may have pushed you to start feeling and acknowledging so much doubt, so much fear, possible that so much anger was also felt, and disappointment, and I know how it feels. But I want you to know that it's really only essential for you to go through these things. Not just because you are meant to literally experience pain and suffering or disappointment yourself, or for you to really feel it really is a challenge, that it's not, everyday smooth sailing. It's not just about that. It's really a realistic lesson that we all have to learn, to really not just embrace the person who we love the most, but to appreciate the depth ng pagkatao ng isang tao. Yung gaano kalalim yung dimensions nung mahal natin sa buhay. Their capacity as a human being as well. Now you can see how much they can give for love, how much they can sacrifice for love, how well they can feel towards love, the good, the bad, and the ugly, their own capacity. We deserve to know our partner's capacity as well. Because in those capacities, hindi yun pinoprove kung mahal tayo o hindi. Napoprove natin primarily yung capacity ng tao to also honor that towards you. Now they can be their most comfortable, the good, the bad, the ugly, without hesitation. Hindi sila yung magpapanggap kung ano talaga sila. To some who know them on a limited aspect sa inyo, or at least sa'yo, kung saan siya pinaka-comfortable, kaya niyang ibigay yon because alam niya na you deserve every single inch of that person. The good, the bad, the ugly. Na hindi niya kailangang magtago, hindi niya kailangang mahiya how he is as a person, and he takes pride on this because he can only be like this in his most natural self sa'yo lang. Everybody else are on a certain expectation or limitation, but the person can go all out because the person knows that it is a safe space for this person to be his own person, to be his own natural self. Na alam niya, through thick and thin, napatunayan na niya na you can appreciate that no matter what. And you're doing it. You're already doing it. You're already showing it. And it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign na you are allowing these experiences to be felt, to be experienced, the push and pull, the learning. You are also now understanding what else you are capable of to give, to receive, to be even more in the future. And that is not a bad thing. Because the more you give and offer love for your partner and offer love for yourself and for the relationship, the more that you discover your capacity to gear towards unconditional love. And you're really gearing towards that. So I say that is a very good thing. Tomorrow is another experience that you will also be reminding to yourself na, oh nga, the reality is whatever we are experiencing it, but it doesn't mean it will be limited na hindi siya magiging happy, na hindi siya mag-i-improve. Remember, no matter how the waves will present themselves, the goal is to not just ride them, but to enjoy and experience them and to flow no matter what. And you are already flowing, and I want you to keep trusting, and I want you to keep trusting that you are going through this not because in the end you are meant to leave the relationship. Just leave the relationship and to prove in the end that you're wrong. You're just waiting for that right moment para sumabog or what. No. You are really doing all this because you know through it all this is really genuine. And you are just honoring that because you know it really is genuine. And so I say you're very blessed. You are very blessed. So tomorrow, enjoy mo lang. The expectation is for you to experience it wholeheartedly with so much love and so much gratitude. And remember, the more we strengthen the communication, the more you offer love as you offer your communication, the more you are allowing more love to grow in the relationship. And hindi ibig sabihin nun you're less of a person when you give more. It just shows how abundant you are, kaya kayang-kaya mo magbigay. So, as early as now, I say, ikaw na. And getting be very, very excited for you tomorrow. I-chismis mo sa akin yan offline. And I'll be very, very excited to hear how your day will unfold tomorrow. But until then, alam mo na pala, magpa-beauty rest ka na. Huwag na tayo magpuyat. Kailangan mo na ng mga eye patch. Magpaganda ka para bukas sobrang memorable. Mag-selfie-selfie kayo ganyan. Okay? Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. And finally, it's 2 minutes before the end of our first session live again here in our YouTube channel primarily. Thank you so much for the continuous love and support. Especially, special shoutouts, syempre, yung mga ating mga global listeners and mga ating subscribers here. Maraming salamat for always joining us finally. Moving forward, we're always gonna do our Tarot Tuesdays live here in our YouTube channel. And at the same time, this is me announcing that in the future, we are not gonna limit just one session a week for our Tarot Tuesdays. Expect na mas marami pa tayong live sessions. Kaya abangan lagi ang mga announcements natin online, not just here in our YouTube channel, but also in our Facebook page. Again, it's at Everyday Reiki with Marky. That is also same as our Instagram account. Like, share, and follow our social media accounts as well. Special shout out sa lahat ng mga viewers natin for tonight. Maraming salamat. And this is me always telling everybody na we will definitely have more sessions. Mag-abang lang po tayo ng announcements. And in the future, to also honor more of our viewers and subscribers, may nakalaan po tayong mga prizes to be given away sa ating mga loyal viewers and ating mga loyal subscribers here in Everyday Reiki with Marky Facebook page and Reiki with Marky na ating YouTube channel. We will be giving away 11 lucky winners of Reiki 1 class with me. We will be learning Reiki 1. The announcements and the mechanics will be provided super soon. We are just finalizing everything. But also, please help us spread the word continuously. Help us to reach our first 1,000 subscribers here in our YouTube channel. And syempre, once we do that, syempre, mas marami pa tayong opportunities to keep helping everybody. But for now, this has been Marky Mendoza again. Laging papaalala. Keep trusting the process. Namaskaram, everybody. Maraming salamat. Have a great week ahead. By the way, kung you haven't watched this week's Energy Diyos ko, ha, grabe yung tarot energy this week. If you haven't watched the weekly tarot readings, ang daming warnings. Wednesday may warning ulit tomorrow. If you haven't watched, oh, by the way, may chance kayo makita. We have two cameo na yung team Bessie natin. Nandiyan si Bessie natin, si Jenelyn, and si Dennis Trillo, yung Lodi natin. In the first few minutes of our tarot weekly tarot reading, matatawa kayo. Ako, I keep rewatching, natatawa rin ako eh. So, if you haven't seen that, nako po, expect a cameo from our two Bessies natin, okay? But for now, maraming salamat, everybody. Have a great week ahead. Maraming salamat. Congrats to us. Finally, we're all here. See you all in our next live session and have a great week ahead. Maraming salamat. Good night.